Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello, is this random crackling noise?
Yes, this is. How are you?
Random crackling noise. What do you do?
What do I do? I'm a garbage truck man.
You're a garbage truck man.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece of trash?
Expensive things that rich people throw out.
What are some expensive things that rich people throw out?
MacBooks without their chargers. They just think they're broken. It's pretty nice.
You're telling me that a rich person will their MacBook will just run out of battery?
I've found 2 MacBooks so far, so I mean, I don't know what they're thinking, man. I just had to buy a charger.
And then they throw it away instead of charging it?
Yeah, right on top of the dumpster.
Perfect. Nothing wrong at all with the MacBook?
Smelly.
Do you ever look at the person's personal data when you open up the MacBook?
Yeah, I definitely did, for sure. What would you do if you found something like that, man?
Oh, totally.
If they didn't wipe it.
Look through their personal data.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't do anything malicious, but it definitely
No, I wouldn't do no, I feel you. I wouldn't fucking try to find people's fucking credit card information or anything, but just I would read their texts.
Basically, pictures,
What did you find?
Their life. They were old people, their grandchildren. This dude's wiener, that was cool. So,
You found the dude's
deeper
wiener.
you
Was he
dig, the
old?
more you find. He was old. He was probably I don't know, 70, 60. I'm not really a dick doctor.
So he was a 70-year-old. Was it an old picture of his wiener? Or it was his 70-year-old wiener?
I don't know, maybe he sent it to his wife. I don't have Apple products other than that.
This
so
really has nothing to do with whether or not you have Apple products.
No, so I don't know how he took the picture. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it gets sent from his phone or if it was an awkward angle off the laptop. That's.
Where did you what app was that? Was it under the photo booth?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So he used the photo booth app to take a picture of his wiener.
I get it was just on photos. What I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
For Apple products.
Interesting. What else did you find?
In trash in general, or just on that laptop, or
I kind of want to hear what else you found on this laptop.
Nothing really too interesting other than a wang, but I'm pretty sure everyone has a picture of their wang. After a certain age, you got a significant other or not, you're gonna, send that dick pic.
It's interesting that old people are still sending each other pictures of nudes.
Is it? If I was old, I might do that.
I feel I don't know. It's what's weird about sex is that I know it's biologically whatever, but by the time you're 70, if you're a guy, I don't know, seeing boobs shouldn't it just be I'm 70, I've seen boobs before, whatever, but it's still at 70, it's oh my god, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Which is crazy.
I don't know.
I feel at 70, it's I get it now. I get it. They're boobs.
I'm over tits already. Unless you're gonna let me cop a field, then tits are tits.
What else did you find in this garbage disposal?
Lots of sex toys of all kinds. Yep, people throw those away. Gun.
Found a gun.
Lots of pizza. Yeah, you got to call. You got to call the police. So you got to do that. The police have that gun.
Okay. You don't have to call the police do you call anyone? Who do you call when you find the sex toys, or do you just not call anyone?
Call my mom. Give her the address. She swings by, picks them up.
It's really nice of you to help her out with that.
Yeah, I'm a good son.
I'm sure you are.
I do what I can. A lot of car parts, I guess, you know. Dead animals. Yeah.
Have you ever found a dead animal that just made you really sad to find?
All dogs and cats. They make me sad.
Really? You find dogs and cats?
All the time. You don't think people throw those away?
Where are you a garbage person at? Because this place sounds fucked up.
What do you mean? This is America. Oh, Orange County.
Orange County.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can learn a lot about a person by what they throw away?
Depends on the person.
Well, I feel like even now you sort of have made some judgments about, not like, you know, harsh judgments, but like mini judgments about people based on what they throw away, you know, like if someone throws away a MacBook, you assume that they are like rich.
Well, they were rich.
I don't know if it necessarily means that you're rich. It could just mean that because if you throw away your MacBook after it runs out of battery, you could just.
It was a gated community. I mean, they're probably stupid and rich.
Well, listen, thank you so much for having this conversation with me.
Oh, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go take out some trash.
Beautiful. Have a good one.
Hey, you too.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right, he's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not really an expert.
Call from
Angel.
Angel.
Oh, dude, hey. Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wait, have we talked before, Angel?
No, this is actually my first stream.
Oh. How'd you find yourself here?
TikTok.
TikTok on the clock, and the party don't stop. Now, what made you download TikTok in the first place? Were you bored?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it on Twitter, and then, gateway drug, and then I've never been off it since.
You've never been off it since?
It's always open, in the background of everything. I haven't closed it for 2 years.
Interesting.
I'm just kidding.
What do you feel like? It sounds like you spend a lot of time on there.
I used to, and then I got a 9-to-5 job, so limited now.
Well, what do you do in your 9-to-5 job?
I am a business systems analyst for a data firm.
You know, you seem like a really nice person, and so I hope you don't find this offensive, but that sounds really boring.
Oh, it is. It's terrible. My first job out of college, I just accepted it because I was scared I wasn't going to get one.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, is there anything that you would rather be doing than... God, what is that again? That is the most boring job title I've ever heard in my entire life. What is that job again?
Business systems analyst. I don't even know what it means. Like, what?
You don't even know what it means? How long have you been working there for?
3 weeks.
What do you think it means?
So it's a data firm. So we basically manage the database systems for like big companies. Like, I don't know. I had to sign an NDA, so I don't know how much I can say on a Twitch stream without getting in trouble.
You had to sign an NDA?
Yeah.
What do they tell you not to talk about?
Well, that's the thing.
Right.
I don't know. Well, I haven't. Well, it's my 3rd week. Do I know any of the things I could get in trouble for? I'm still in orientation.
It's true. You couldn't have learned it. It's true. 3 weeks in, probably none of the things you know are like too secret.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty cool company. They have like Disney as a client, McDonald's, Shell, Nissan, all of that big shit. But I never even heard of them before I applied to like an internship my senior year. So
okay, so you do a really boring. Is the job itself boring?
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna be since I have to analyze some business systems. But they pay me a lot to do it. Well, more than I made when I was in college. So
Sure.
I figure I can just save money and then figure out whatever I want to do later. I mean, I'm 22, so like I don't have to have the coolest job in the world.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't come on this phone call like, oh my goodness, I have this boring job and I'm dying to get out of here. You feel like you've very healthily resigned yourself to this.
Yeah, well,
job.
I'm also kind of high right now, so
You're high
I'm
right
feeling
now?
better than I was a couple hours ago when I was on the job.
How high are you on like a scale from 1 to 10?
It's been a couple hours. I'd say a 3.
A 3. Do you ever get high at work?
Well, they don't drug test, and it's a virtual gig for right now because like COVID and shit.
Sure.
So I reasonably could, but I have thought about it. So I'm only 3 weeks in, so maybe once I get comfortable. At my old jobs, I definitely did.
Right. Maybe once you like know what your job title is and what it means,
Yeah.
you can get high.
Maybe I can afford to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a thing that you want to do in the future, or is this it?
I think I'd like to own some sort of bar or something. Maybe like a gay bar.
Interesting. That's out of left field. You want to own a gay bar?
Yeah.
Are
we're
you
just
yourself
spitballing here,
gay,
I don't
or are
know.
you doing this as like an ally?
I'm a lesbian, yeah.
Okay, that could be. Where do you want to open up this bar?
Well, I live in Dallas right now, and there's only one lesbian bar in Dallas, but San Antonio has a cool vibe. I kind of want to get it out of Texas, though. Who knows? The whole world's open. Not right now, but hopefully soon, so maybe I'll travel around and figure out the best location, do some scouting.
Do you think there are straight people that like have opened gay bars?
Oh, definitely. Straight people do everything. Especially things that don't relate to them. No offense to straight
so
people.
what would like the theme of this bar be? Would it have like a, I don't know, some sort of
Like
theme, like
big-
space or cowboy or something like that?
I think I'd like to have like cool, like art up, maybe like local artists, maybe kind of like a
that.
gallery / bar thing.
I like that
Support
a
the
lot.
community, Yeah.
That's
See, I
cool.
got good ideas.
No,
You want
I
to go in
love
on
that idea.
with me?
I have,
You can have a
but before this, my dream was to open up a venue, in New York, and I quickly found out that the overhead of this, which is, let's see, it cost me about, this Gecko costume cost about $60. I already had all the equipment. The startup costs of this venture is probably like $100, and the startup costs of running a venue is about $1 million something. So
You have to.
this was worked out better, but I don't know. Maybe in Dallas, it's. I mean, I was looking at like New York and shit. Maybe Dallas, it's more doable. I love that idea. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Well, listen. Good luck. What do you want? Wait, what do you want to call the bar?
Well, fuck, I haven't thought that far. Maybe business system analyst. Maybe it's like a thing. Then
Yo,
then I'll
what
know
if you
it
made
is.
like a? What if you made like an office themed bar?
Yeah, like there's some bars called the library, so you could say like I'm going to the library when really you're going to a bar. So it could be like, oh, I'm going to the office, but really it's a gay bar. I think that'd be great.
That would be cool. Like, I don't know, people like sit in cubicles or something like that.
Yeah,
There's a
there's like a
printer.
water There's a water cooler, but it's actually tequila.
I like that. I like this
Yeah,
bar.
everyone
Let me
in
know when
chat
you
has
open this
to come when
bar.
I open. Yeah, everyone in chat, come to the bar. It's called
Okay, let me know
Dawson.
when you open this bar. I want to come through. That sounds cool.
Okay, bet. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for calling, dude. You have a good rest of the night.
You too. Bye.
Let's take a phone
Call from
call.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yellow.
Did we speak recently, Jackson?
No, we've never spoken. I've seen you talk to other people, but this is my first time talking to you.
Wait a minute. You've seen me talk to other people?
Yeah, no way, right?
I would never do that. Look, you're my one and only, Jackson. I'm not talking to other people. It's just you and me, babe. Listen, what's up, Jackson? Tell me everything.
Oh, what do you want to know?
What's your relationship like with your father?
Oh, shit, kind of strained, actually.
Constrained?
No, strained. Like,
Why is it strained?
well, both of my parents, my father included, they're very religious. They believe in God. But specifically, they believe in Jesus. So I went to church my whole life, and I guess at this point, I believe in like the idea of God, like God is good, but yeah.
What do they like about him? What do they think is so great about Jesus?
I don't really know.
Ask them this.
I guess they're just in it deep, man.
They're in it deep. So why is this cause a strain on your relationship? Because I assume you do not believe in God, but why do they care? Does God like tell them that things that you do are wrong?
Well, God tells them that if you don't believe in God, then you go to hell. And so
That's dumb as shit.
they, I guess they're worried about me going to hell.
They're worried about you going to hell. By the way, look, I'm kind of on their side because for a few reasons. Here's the thing: your parents genuinely, well, look, whether or not they're right is irrelevant. But you have to understand, they, like from their, like, you have to understand, even if they're wrong in what they believe, I'm not saying yes, that it is or it isn't, but even if what they believe is crazy, you have to understand, they genuinely believe that you are going to spend all of eternity in hell.
Yeah, I mean, that's why
They're
it's been
concerned for
strange.
you.
That's why it's been strange. Like, I know that they're, like, sad.
Yeah, I'd be sad too if I believed that my son were going to hell.
Yeah. And my older brother, he just was ordained. He's a new pastor. And he wrote my old pastor a nasty email that said, look, you're not taking care of my brother. So he called me, and he was like, hey, how's your relationship with God? I was like, well, not so hot. But, yeah, he wants to set up a meeting with the session. I'm supposed to show up, and they're going to excommunicate me.
They're going to excommunicate you?
Yeah, which
That's
is kind of like, it's heavy. I mean, yeah.
Well, how old are you, Jackson?
I'm 28.
You're 28.
Yep.
Really? I'm interested that, like, you know, for 28, how recent is this family religious thing?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the church for most of my life. Like, I went to church probably till I was, like, 24. Then I kind of stopped going. And it's only been within the last, like, 3 years that I guess I like, I get organized religion. I see some benefits in it, but I just think that there's lots of people around the world who are, they're trying to understand who God is, and I think that's reasonable. You know, I'm not going to say, hey, don't try to find God, but what gets me is when all these different sects of Christianity, or not even Christianity, but people around the world, they're just trying to understand God, and then groups of people condemn each other. They're like, hey, we have it right, and you don't know what you're talking about. So, I don't know.
What do you believe, Jackson? Because, look, I mean, at 28, you know, you gotta understand, you really don't know your parents' shit at all.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, I guess what gets me is that this is the lens that they view the world through. And so whenever they think about anything, their own finances, their relationship with anybody, they're looking at it through the lens of, how can I share the gospel with these people? Which, I mean, they're good people. They have kind hearts. But I think it limits our ability to connect, because they're thinking, how can we bring Jackson back to the light? And I'm like, hey, I just want to talk to you.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Well, I mean, you might not be able to connect with them, but you can still love your parents without being able to connect with them.
Dude, I try to. I mean, you were asking me what I think about God. I mean, I don't think that there is really a lot known about him. I'd like to believe that God is, like, good. Like, when you, like, God is love, and kind of like the warm, fuzzy ideas about goodness, in a sense. But, you know, I've experienced spiritual things. You know, experiences in life where maybe I was in a low spot, and I felt like there was some kind of divine that acted and, like, helped me. But I don't know. I think a lot of people have experienced that kind of thing.
Well, Jackson, listen, I hope things get better with your family, and I appreciate you calling in and sharing.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your time.
Of course, you take care.
Call from
Yvette.
Yvette?
Hey.
Hello?
Hi.
How are you? Did you say your name was Yvette?
Yeah.
Tell me everything, Yvette.
So, I mean, I tuned in. I think this is the first time I've actually gotten through, and I saw that apparently today you were taking on regrets, and holy shit.
You sound like you've got a lot of regrets. I feel like you are the first. We haven't really talked. I haven't directly asked anyone the question this evening. You sound primed to answer it. Do you have any regrets, Yvette? That fucking rhymes, by the way.
Ooh, definitely. I think I regret being like the kid that always followed instructions. I kind of regret not being a troublemaker, you know, and kind of like either ditching school or like, you know, staying out past curfew. I mean, there were really good reasons why, like, I shouldn't be doing those things, but I mean, I kind of like look back now and I'm like, you know, where were my days of like, you know, doing shit out like at 2 a.m. or like, you know, getting my fake ID or whatever. Like, they just don't exist. So I don't have like the cool stories to tell from like, remember when I did this? They just don't exist. And I kind of regret that.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm fucking around with my audio again. Oh, let me try that again. All right, I suck. Hold on. great. All right. Yvette. Okay, so how old are you now?
I just hit 30.
You just hit 30.
Yeah.
So you've always followed the rules. You wish you got into more trouble. What kinds of trouble do you wish you'd got? You wish you'd stolen more things? Like when you, how would you define this trouble?
I'm not trying to go out for like a felony or not, like none of that shit. No, but I mean like, you know, the harmless kind of trouble that like most teenagers get up to, or like, you know, the mistakes you usually run into like when you're in your early 20s. Like, I got none of that shit. And now I kind of look back and I'm like,
wish you'd gotten more DUIs.
I mean, I never got any, and I didn't like. That's the kind of trouble that I wouldn't want to. Like, you know, of course, like trouble that put other people at risk. Of course not. Like, that's some dumb shit. But like the harmless one that was like supposed to, you know, like not really have a terrible consequence, but make for a decent story. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of what would constitute some harmless trouble. Like, I mean, when I was 16, like, you know, I mean, we'd get high, but you're 30. Getting high is not, you know, it's not really trouble for you.
Yeah, I never even fucking, like, had a smoke. I never even got high. Like, I was literally, like, goody two-shoes, like, the whole way through. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why?
What do you do now?
Like, what I get out of it? Nothing.
What do you do now?
What do you mean, like, what do I do now? Like
with
you know,
your what do you do? Do you work for the government? Do you run a commune?
Oh, I heard that girl about the commune, and I was like, great on paper, but kind of needs more planning. But no, I don't run a commune. I don't work for the government. I currently work for the city. See, like, I do more.
You work for the city. I feel like working for the city constitutes working for the government in a way.
I mean, I guess it's more like local.
Anyway,
but,
trouble.
Yeah.
You wish you got into more. I mean, is there any trouble that you want to get into now?
Ooh, see, now like it's that whole like adult mindset of it, and I'm just like, ooh, that like now any trouble would actually have like permanent consequences. You get what I mean?
Well, here's what I'm saying is though, like, what? I'm trying to arrive at something here. Like, what is something that you could have gotten away with as a kid, or like trouble you would have wanted to do as a kid that you couldn't do right now?
You know how like
because everything
you have those stories where like, you know, a kid would sneak out, you know, from their house and go like join their like friends at a party or whatever. I never did that shit, and like, you know, just stuff that like, okay, yeah, maybe you would have gotten grounded for, but like, you know, that was it.
Because I feel like whenever we arrive at a plaything like this and we have a very shallow pool of concrete answers, it's almost like you're examining this fake version of the average teenager experience that just never happened to anyone.
I mean, true. Yeah, I mean, because like, it's like, okay, you know how they always say like hindsight is 20/20. So like, I think that's probably definitely what's happening. Because the other regret that popped up, I was like, I regret that I was such a freaking like, I was so oblivious to like the like people skills. I had very little people skills, to the point where like it took me 7 years to finally get that light bulb to click on, where like, oh, this person was super interested in me, and I just like, you know, went right over me. So that was another regret that I had. But you know, it's the whole thing is like, yeah, we're looking back and now I can catch everything, but you know, I don't actually know where I'm heading with this.
No. Do you feel as though your people skills have improved now that you are 30?
Oh, I kind of have had to, yeah.
You said you said you had to have improved them.
Yeah, because like I said, I work for like the city, so I definitely have to interact with people on a daily basis. So yeah, those people skills definitely have to have like come into play.
Well, when was the turning point for you? Because you just said that it took you a very long time to develop these people skills.
Well, I think, probably when I started working for the city. So maybe like 25. That was probably the turning point. because I got that job, and then like I had to really interact with people, and there was kind of like no getting out of it.
And did that make you nervous when you had to start interacting with more people than you typically did?
Not nervous per se, but more like it kind of felt like a new like a puzzle. Like people were puzzled, you know, and it, like as long as I could figure out the rules, you know, I was cool with it. And I kind of figured out the rules, and so like I managed to kind of pick up those skills.
Do you have a lot of friends?
I would say I have a lot of acquaintances, but I have like a handful of people that I would consider friends.
Do you now? Is this by choice? Because a lot of people, they enjoy, you know, their own company more than, you know, having a lot of people around them at all times.
I mean, I would say that part of it has been by choice, part of it has been by circumstance, because I really do enjoy like my own alone time. Like there is a difference between being alone and being lonely, and definitely there's days where like it's one or the other. But I definitely do enjoy like I am that person who's like super comfortable going off to the movies by themselves, going to, you know, a theme park by themselves. Like, you know, if I want, you know, my friends don't want to, I'm perfectly fine going on my own. However, like then there's also the circumstance of, you know, people entering different stages in their life, and, you know, life responsibilities getting in the way, and then that's kind of been like when it happens by circumstance. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that things have shifted for you better. I mean, that's the cool thing about these. That's the thing. It's like, you know, and I always, you know, was talking about this a little bit on some other video that I did, but I really do feel like being a kid is overrated. Every time I see someone be like, oh man, I wish I was in fucking high school again, or middle school, or like I was, you know, could just sit around playing Call of Duty all day with my fucking Xbox friends or something. Like I don't get it. Being 30 is life theoretically should be getting better with age, because you know who you are now more. I bet when you were in, you know, high school, you were all, you know, you are more vulnerable to the opinions of other people because you don't know who you fucking are, and that's what makes you second guess all your social interactions. But by the time you're 30, you're like, I've lived on the earth long enough to know how I talk to people. I'm just gonna be that, and if people don't like it, I don't care. It's too late to change.
I mean, definitely, you have like a really good point with that. I would say though, however, it's like those, I think like I've always heard more of like the people being like, oh, I wish I like hadn't fucked up in high school and done better. But I think like where I was coming from it more, it was like, I wish I had fucked up a little bit more in high school. You know,
you can always still fuck up, you know.
Yeah, but now there's like lasting permanent consequences.
No, there's not. There's nothing. Nothing is permanent. You're gonna die. There's no permanent consequences. I mean, here's what you should do. Go to Southeast Asia. Book a one-way ticket. Go there. Murder is actually legal in Cambodia, so go kill a bunch of people. Stealing is legal in Laos, so go there, steal everything, bring it back. Souvenirs for all your friends and family. And you know, all I'm trying to say is there's more adventure out there to be had at the age of 30. There's more trouble to get into, so I would be on the lookout for it.
All right, I'll definitely have to like go out there and find some opportunities to do so. Not the murder, but
beautiful
adventure.
Beautiful. Well, you know, what happens in Cambodia stays in Cambodia. Thank you so much for calling, man. You have a good rest of the night.
All right, bye.
Call from
Matthew.
Matthew, is that you?
No way.
Matthew?
Hello?
Hey, is
Yes?
this Matthew?
Oh, wait a minute.
I got all the time in the world.
Hey, man.
How are you, Matthew? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Quebec.
Quebec.
Yeah, Canada.
Are you French Canadian?
Yeah. Oui, beaucoup.
Fuck yeah. Way beaucoup. I don't know what the beaucoup. I know we means yes, but I don't know what beaucoup means.
Beaucoup is very much.
Way beaucoup.
Beaucoup.
That's awesome. That sounds like it doesn't mean anything, but it beaucoup. Does baki mean anything? Like beaucoup baki?
What?
Let's talk about something else. Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I got one right now. I grow weed in my backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and I planted them too close to each other, and they grew way more than I thought it would be. So I'm kind of scared that my neighbors might steal it.
This is like you set up. You have two friends, and you introduce them to each other, and so they start hanging out, right? They become good friends, but then all of a sudden they start hanging out without you, and you're like, "What the hell? I introduced you guys," and then you just are sad and alone, you know. But it's like that, but with weed plants.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean,
No,
I'll be
I think-
more upset because it's my neighbor, you know.
Okay. Why does them being close to each other mean that you're afraid your neighbor will steal them?
Because I have no how do you say? I have no fence between the two places. And when he cut his grass, he comes a lot too on my side, so you know he can see the weed.
Do you know your neighbor? Have you like met them before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he how do you say? He do a lot of drugs like speed, you know.
Oh, he does speed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's higher on speed. Last time he talked to me talking about buying my house and making how do you condo? I don't think condominium.
You said he wants to buy your house and turn it into a condominium.
Yeah, like apartments and everything.
Sure.
But you know the guy that doesn't have money, so it's kind of fucking weird.
Okay, so you've met your neighbor. You say you've gotten high with him before.
No, I didn't. I was just, we're working in the backyard, and he came to me like, "Hey man, what happened?" Really shaky and shit, you know.
Oh, okay. So I guess the reason why I'm asking you that is because I'm curious, like, what relationship you've established with your neighbor, right? Like,
Well,
why are you so on edge around them? Why don't you trust them to not steal your plants?
Well, I mean, I trust them, but his friend, you know, he brings friends to his house, and I don't know them that much neither, and I know him does drugs, so and 1 + 1 does 2.
Right. You're afraid that his friends, you can trust him a little bit, but his friends that are also high on speed, probably not as much.
That's right.
Okay, so why don't you get a fence, man?
Yeah, actually why I was calling him tonight, because I was
Are you trying to Tom Sawyer me here? Are you trying to get me to paint your fence?
Oh yeah.
I just
You
want
can come to my fence. You come.
I will let you continue talking about why you called me in relation to the fence, but I don't think I can help you put up your fence. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna shut up. Okay. How can I help you? How can I be involved in this?
Because I was wondering if because the plants are getting way bigger than I thought they would be. So I thought about electrifying the fence, like put a battery car on it.
You said the fence is bigger than you thought it would be?
No, the weed, it grows way higher than I thought it would. It's like my first year growing it, so I'm not used to it.
Okay. The plants are way bigger than you thought they would be.
Yeah.
Okay, and how am I involved again? You want to electric? You want to?
I don't know. I was wondering if you will. I'm sorry, my English is pretty bad.
No, you're good. It's better than a lot of vehicles.
But like, should I put electricity on it, or should I trust my neighbor and like go talk to him about it and everything?
You know, what's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, look. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you the two answers that I have. I want to live in a world with less electric fences, with less locks, with less barriers between people. It's the world I want to live in. And here's the thing: if people were to storm the streets and be like, if a guy were to stand up on a soapbox and be like, let's all get rid of our fences and our locks and trust one another, someone would be like, all right, you first. And I don't think I would be that guy. I don't think I would be that guy, so I'm not going to tell you to be that guy. That's the world I'd like to live in. The world that we do live in. I don't know what world we live in, but what were you gonna say?
I mean, I can try. Try to be that guy at least.
Is that important to you?
Go see him and just tell him when I get the weed, I know if he smokes some weed, I'm gonna give him some.
Mm-hmm.
Like being a good neighbor, but I don't know. I'm kind of scared of if I go talk to him, he's gonna notice, because I'm not sure that they notice.
I think people don't like to be trusting because they're afraid that. Here's my honest answer. People don't like to be trusting because they're afraid that they'll get fucked over. But being a trusting person is a long-term game, and in the short term, you inevitably will get fucked over, but in the long term, you will build a lot more peace for your mind and a lot more integrity. And so you have to decide if you want to play that long-term game that will inevitably involve you getting taken advantage of or fucked here and there, but long-term will leave you with a greater sense of peace in your innate trusting of other people.
I guess you're right.
So the decision is up to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling, Matthew. I hope you have a good rest of
the
night.
Well,
I hope that things go well for you.
Thanks for your time, man. I'm pretty surprised I got on the show too.
I'm surprised you did too. I hope that this call doesn't cost you a lot of money.
I hope so, either. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you that at the end of the month.
Beautiful.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you, Matthew.
Bye.
Call from
Steven.
Steven?
Yes.
Steven, you said yes like I called you.
No. Yeah, I thought you were saying like Steven, and I was saying yes, this is Steven. I was acknowledging that I'm on the line, and you were right about
and I know that that's what you did. I'm just saying it sounded like you said yes, as if I called you.
Oh.
You said hello. I said Steven, and you said yes.
Yes, this is him. No, yeah, okay, I hear you.
How can I help you, Steven?
I don't know, man. You're therapy Gecko, and I don't know. I'm just feeling really tired.
You're feeling really tired. What are you tired
of? I don't know. Life just seems pretty insane, and I just mean like it sounds really high and mighty of me, but like, does it seem like they're just more? You're American, right?
Yep.
Does it seem like there are more
like really stupid people in America than there used to be, or is it just like more obvious now?
You think there are more stupid people in America than there used to be?
Yeah, well, it seems that way, but it also could just be because media is like more prolific too.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, that's long enough to see. Okay, 38, long enough to know some people over a period of time, but not enough to know a lot of people. So here's the thing: to say that America's gotten stupider, you know, I mean, realistically, give me a number. How many people? And I know it's a crazy question to even wrap your head around, but how many people do you know?
Like, do I know well?
Yeah.
10 maybe.
You know 10 people well.
Uh-huh.
Have those 10 people gotten stupider over the years?
A few of them.
Tell me about some of the people that have gotten stupider over the years. How have they gotten stupider?
Well, like my father, for example, he was never like super bright, but he seemed reasonable, and now he is like a cultist who believes that Donald Trump was robbed of the presidency in some vast conspiracy. COVID is a conspiracy that's not real, that sort of thing. When he used to seem like a reasonable person. I just try not to talk politics and think about the positive aspects of him, but he just keeps getting louder about all the stupid shit and making it harder to just talk to him about anything else. And it's just made me very sad, and I just avoid spending time with him. And in my place of work, for example, we are super short-handed right now, which is really annoying. And that's probably why I'm like kind of at my wit's end tonight. Just had a really hard day at work. We're short-handed because half of the people I work with are out sick with COVID because they refused to get vaccinated. Like right now, you know, middle of July 2021, the vaccine's been available to everybody for quite a while, and they're just like, no, I'm not going to get vaccinated. I don't trust it. Like, what the fuck? Why?
Interesting.
So I just feel like I'm running into a lot more stuff that's like obviously horseshit that more and more people are buying into, and I don't feel like it used to be that way. What do you think, Therapy Gecko?
Well, I'm trying to think, you know, because, I guess you got to do the best you can to limit yourself from exposure to things that annoy and upset you.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's the thing, is like you don't have to completely cut your father off. But if he's just bothering you, you can... I think it seems like you're already doing this. You're not fully cutting him out of your life, but you are limiting the interactions that you have.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
What about the other people? You said you know 10 people. But some of them are stupid. Do you talk to people who you think are not stupid?
Yeah. My wife and our close friends. They're all lovely and reasonable people. Smarter than I am, which is nice.
Then that's what I would do. I would continue to limit the amount of, I mean, this sounds obvious, but, I would continue to limit the amount of exposure that you have to people that you find unreasonable. And, tunnel vision yourself into hanging out with the reasonable people. That's the cool thing about being an adult. You're 38, so you can just go double down on your own family. Right? If you were 16 and everyone in your family sucked, it'd be like, well, shit, I got to hang out with them anyway because I'm 16. But you're 30. And do whatever you want now.
Yeah, and just real quick, the main reason I wanted to call is because, like, you seem like you got your shit together. Do you have anything that you do to, like, kind of brighten your mood? Or, like...
I do to brighten my mood?
Brighten your mood. Like, you feeling down in the dumps, in the doldrums. Like, do you have any advice for people to any little
first
tricks
of all,
of the therapist trade?
First of all, I'm not a therapist, but second of all,
oh yeah, I know.
How would you define having your shit together? Because I wouldn't confidently call myself. I wouldn't confidently put myself in that position.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I guess I was being presumptuous there.
Here's what
but,
I mean. Yeah, here's what I'll say.
You got this cool thing going, and it seems really fun, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, here's what I'll say is, you know, I mean, I'm a workaholic, and I get obsessed with the things that I do. So,
Sure.
That's what I do. You know, it's not healthy. I've been getting really fat, but I'm, like, a lot happier, I think, than I was before I was, like, working really hard on all this shit.
Cool.
So, I don't know, man. Here's what I would tell you is don't chase after happiness. Chase after the flow state. Chase after finding something that you can do that can take your mind off of things.
Huh, that's a good idea.
Because happiness is kind of bullshit, but flow state is real.
Nice. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for calling, man. You take care.
You too.
Call from
Nate. Wait a minute, hold on.
Nate.
Hey, Lyle.
Nate, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Gecko?
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the thing down. All right, Nate.
Not too loud.
Yeah, Nate, listen.
Yeah.
Am I on speakerphone? It's like super hard. It's hard to hear you. It's a little difficult to hear you.
Okay, sorry. I was on speakerphone. I'm off now.
All right, we need to ease into this because this has started a little abruptly for me.
Yeah, it has.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just turning all my fans off. A little too noisy.
How many fans do you have?
I had 4 going on right now.
Really? Is it really hot where you are?
Yeah, Pennsylvania, it's like 100 degrees today.
Does the heat make you uncomfortable?
Makes me a little sweaty, but yeah, I could say it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah.
Do you prefer to be comfortable?
No, I prefer the uncomfortable.
I respect that a lot. I believe that there is a lot of character development to be had in embracing uncomfortable situations, such as extreme heat.
There is, yes. It brings out the worst and best in people.
What do you think it has brought out in you?
Procrastination.
Procrastination on what?
My schoolwork. Yeah.
What schoolwork do you have, Nick?
I have English class to do. I got to do a paper by Friday.
What's the paper on?
I don't even know, to be honest. Just
you don't even
random. Yeah.
Are you in college?
I am, yes. First semester.
Okay, what do you study?
Finance.
Finance? Why do you have to... Okay, let me ask you, what's your goal in finance?
I don't really know. To get somewhere with stocks, hopefully one day. But
why don't you just buy a bunch of stock?
I do. I'd buy a bunch of Dogecoin.
You buy a bunch of Dogecoin?
Yeah.
What would you do? Like, what is... Give me a number. Like, how much money would you like to have one day?
I don't know. A couple million, but all the money in the world sounds nice also, you know? World domination.
Really? Is that what you would like? You would like to dominate the world?
Some sense, yeah.
Does you dominating the world inherently mean that you are interested in stepping on other people to secure a higher position for yourself?
No. I want to give everyone a fair leg up, you know? Fair chance to make it.
I think that's nice. I'm not sure if I believe you, but I do think that's nice.
I mean, power does get to people, though.
Exactly. How could you be so sure that you will not be corrupted once your bank account has $1 million in it?
I don't know. I can't be sure. Time will only tell you.
Well, I hope you stay strong, Nick. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Lyle. Appreciate your words of wisdom.
Call from
Rose.
Rose, are you in a car right now? Rose!
Hello?
Rose, are you in a car right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just pulled into Taco Bell.
What are you going to get?
Probably 3 spicy potato soft tacos, fresco style, add rice.
What is a spicy potato sauce? I've never heard of a sauce taco.
Well, it's just, you've never heard of a soft taco? Are you serious?
Oh, I thought you said sauce taco.
Oh, no. Soft. Like,
Where
not
were you
hard.
on your way to?
Well, I got off work, and now I'm getting Taco Bell, because I'm quite drained, and I don't think I have it in me to cook right now.
Where do you work at, Rose?
I actually just started working at a coffee shop that I had been trying to work at for like over a year, like pre-pandemic, and then I interviewed there in the summer and didn't get it while they were reopening because they had a bunch of shit going on, and now I finally got it 2 weeks ago, and I'm really stoked on it because my previous jobs were very depressing.
Interesting. And what makes this job so much better?
It's just like it's like less than 10 people work there. Has kind of like it's not a co-op, but they kind of run it similarly to a co-op, I guess. Like everyone kind of has input, and they pay everyone well. So pretty sick.
So you'll get a little bit of input here.
Yeah, they said I'll get a vote sometime.
You'll get a vote. I wonder if you will befall the same thing that Nick is trying to avoid, where, once you get one vote, maybe you feel
It'll all
the
go to my
power of
head.
that one vote. It'll all go to your head, and you'll somehow find a way to scheme yourself a couple more votes until ultimately it's no longer a co-op, it's your coffee shop. But you've taken power from within.
Yeah, I feel like I used to have a lot of false confidence in believing in things like just anarchist or communist stuff, and now I don't pretend to know anything, so I don't really know what would happen, to be honest with you.
Do you feel as though that might be an attractive option to you, the seizure of power over this coffee shop?
Oh, no, not at all. It's kind of just a convenient job to do, because I do music a lot, and I kind of structure my life around being able to still do that.
Well, there's power in music, would you not say? Power in melody, power in words. I mean, you can put people into trances if you learn the right melody.
Oh, for sure. Still trying to figure that out.
What's your sound? How would you describe it?
Well, I actually have been in a lot of hardcore bands, but recently started singing in a band, actually singing, I guess, except I don't have any classical training in that, so it's pretty new to me. So I'm only kind of there, but I would say I'm figuring melody out, so I'm pretty stoked on that. But it's more shoegaze, dreamy stuff, lots of reverb.
You know what you should use your vote for? I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if you can get this done with one vote. We should put on a little show at this coffee shop here.
I was thinking about that because there's a venue where I live that recently closed, and everyone's kind of scrambling to figure out places to do shows, and it would be cool to do a show there. I don't know how well it would work in a hardcore setting, but definitely a softer show could probably go over well there. And I work with a lot of people
I actually think that you should play your hardcore music if you do end up getting into this coffee shop, because that would be kind of a fun venue to have a hardcore show in, right? Because you could take coffee cups and smash them on each other's heads, and there's a lot to destroy. There's a lot of supplies to take out your punk energy on.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of experiences playing in places like that, so it would not make sense.
I think that the idea of hosting punk shows in alternative venues such as coffee shops, yoga studios, things of that nature, I think that might catch on. I think you should be the pioneer of that.
Well, I wouldn't really be pioneering anything because that venue that was kind of the centralized thing here was actually a pizza place. So that's not very new to here at all.
Well, I believe in you, Rose. You have a good rest of the night. Thanks so much for calling.
You too. So glad to talk to you.
Call from
Grave.
Grave?
Hey, how are you doing today, Geck?
We ever talked before, Grave?
We have not. Yeah, I can't actually believe I got on. I know, like, everybody says that, but yeah.
Grave, you sound like you need to cough really badly.
I need to cough really badly.
Yes.
Let me see. Let me see what I can do.
I don't know if it's you or if it's the phone.
I have my AirPods in right now, so that might be it. I don't know.
You have a very grave voice.
I have a very grave voice.
You know what it is? It is. I think I don't know if it's a technical thing or not.
Could just be my voice. I don't know though.
But have you always been told that your voice sounds like this?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know why. It's just. I suppose it's just the way I am.
Interesting. Well, Grave. Oh, there we go. There's the police on their way to arrest that high girl. Grave, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Will it work?
I sure hope it does.
That seems to be the answer of the night. That's the most common answer that I've gotten so far, is that people hope it does. People hope it works, which is good. I'm glad that there's still some hope that it'll work, you know? But another thing is, like, I mean, my opinion, in case if you were wondering, Grave, is that, at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck it. I don't even hope it works. You got to be of the opinion of, like, look, dude, whether it works or not, I don't even care. All right. I don't need it to work. I'm not dependent on it working for me to exist. You know what I'm saying, Grave? I don't need it to work. Fuck it. I don't care if it works. I'm doing my own thing over here.
Definitely makes life a lot easier though if it does end up working, right? Like,
how would it working make your life easier, Grave?
I mean, well, I suppose the idea I had in mind is, like, I'm going to college in the fall, and if I really hope that ends up working out. Like, I'm moving to, like, a place where I have I don't know really anyone.
That's awesome.
So that's a lot of unknown there, right?
No, you're 18, right?
Works. Yeah, I'm 18. Yeah.
Yeah, you should move to a place where you don't know anyone.
Why do you think that?
Well, because you're only 18. You know, now's the time. You don't want to stay in your hometown forever and hang out with the same 3 people you've been hanging out with your entire life. Go move to a place where you don't know anyone, and then you'll be 20 in 2 years, and you'll know a whole bunch of people as long as you're comfortable putting yourself out there. That's exactly what you should be doing when you're fucking 18. I'm glad to hear that. I'd be way more nervous for you if you said, yeah, I'm going to, like, a state school where, like, all of my friends are going to as well. Not that there's anything wrong with going to, I'm just, if you were going to a place because it was the comfortable option
right,
for you. But when you say that college will work, you want it to work, what does it mean for it to work?
I mean, to have good roommates and, like, to get good grades and I don't know, graduate and be successful, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't really defined it before.
See, that's the thing is if you don't define it, then it won't work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Maybe I need to define what it working means for me.
Well, let's try a little bit here if we can. You said you want to be successful.
Right. Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, what are you going to study?
So I either want to go into nursing or I want to go to med school. I'm not quite sure yet. So I suppose working at like a successful hospital.
You said working at a successful hospital. Are there unsuccessful hospitals? And if there are, can you tell me which ones are unsuccessful so I can not go there?
Oh, I
don't want to go to an unsuccessful hospital.
I suppose. Well, so one of the things I did was I've known I wanted to be going to the medical field for a little while. So one of the things I did was I took a CNA class and got my CNA, and I worked at like a nursing home, and that felt like it was kind of crappy experience. Not gonna lie.
Well, a nursing home is different from a hospital.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, but I also worked at a hospital, and that was also crap too. It was, yeah. I won't disclose where it was because it's close to my house, but yeah.
Well, okay, so you want to work in the medical field. I mean, here's the thing, is that, here's what I'll tell you, Grave, is that you should define your success, You got to define what works out for you. And I just want you to know, I want you to know this, I mean this, Grave, I mean this. I'm very happy to hear, I know you're scared to go to a place where you don't know anyone, but I'm very happy to hear that you are, because you're 18, and you'll be dead before you know it. So you should take some chances in life. God damn it. Live a varied existence. It's a good thing that you're doing. I'm glad that you're nervous for it. I'm happier to hear that you're nervous than you're, sitting around jacking off, doing nothing all day, I'd rather hear that you're nervous to do a thing than doing nothing.
Yeah.
So you're making the right choice, Grave.
Well, thanks, Geck.
Of course. Good luck to you, man. Good luck.
Hey, love you, Geck. Have a good night.
Take care, baby.
All right. See you.
Call from
Iceland.
Iceland?
Oh my gosh, no way.
How are you, Iceland?
Good. I'm working right now.
What are you working on?
So right now I'm a gate guard. I'm covering a shift for somebody.
You're a gate guard?
Yeah. I work
What's
at
behind the
Menards.
gate that you are guarding?
A bunch of lumber.
A bunch of lumber?
Yeah, I work at Menards, the hardware store.
Dude, why would anyone... Okay, no offense here, but why would anyone ever want to break into... If you break into a lumberyard to steal lumber, you're a moron, right? Have you ever heard of the woods?
Yeah.
You can just go there.
Yeah, we also have a lot of other stuff back here too, like brick and stuff and mulch, but we get a lot of people taking
brick's
extra
not
stuff.
even there. Why would you steal? Like, that's like if you were like guarding a pile of leaves.
I mean, it's really simple. I'm just like sitting back here over here watching Cars, so like the Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm.
I told my manager.
What do you do? Have you ever had to stop someone from stealing your wood?
Yes, I do it every day. Oh my gosh, I just did it probably about like 30 minutes ago, and someone took extra bricks. So I have to stop people, and they'll be like, "Oh, on their picket ticket, they'll say 100, and they'll have like 120." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And they do it and this one person does it. I'm just covering a shift because I'm usually just like a cashier, and I do a little bit of everything. And this one person, every time I cover a shift, is taking extra bricks, and they don't do anything. Like, what is up with that?
Why are they stealing? What are you going to do with one brick?
So it's like extra 20 bricks. Like, They do it all the time. It's just like random stuff, extra stuff all the time.
Let him have the brick. It's a brick. Let him have it. What's your name?
Aislinn.
Aislinn, let him have the bricks. They're just bricks. They're not that valuable. It's not like are they made of gold or are they just bricks?
They're literally, but that's the thing. It's different stuff every time he comes through. So it'll be extra wood, and sometimes it's extra brick, sometimes extra bags of mulch. Like, this guy will never get in trouble. Like,
he shouldn't.
And
Who fucking cares? It's brick and you ever been to go to a playground, steal mulch from your local public
park? I will
park.
get in trouble though. I will, because they watch the cameras like freaking hawks. Like,
why do they? What if I see what I would do? If I was this guy, I would be stealing the security equipment because it's worth more than the thing that the equipment is securing.
Yeah.
It's wood chips.
If somebody did that, I swear to God, I don't even know what to say. Someone would walk up and take one of the cameras that watched me. Like, what?
They should steal the cam. That's what I would. If I guarded them, I'd be like, "Hey, the wood is like it's fucking, it's $1 or whatever. This fucking security equipment is worth hundreds at least. You can melt it down into its raw materials and sell that."
It's true. I mean, if you want to go that far.
I don't understand why they're having you. How much are they paying you to guard this?
So we have COVID pay. So regular pay is $12.60, and technically I work for Menards. This is actually a different company that does the security guard thing, since I'm just covering a shift. And I get paid $16.60 an hour for COVID pay.
How many bricks could you buy with $16?
Oh my gosh. Some of these bricks are like probably 50 cents a piece. So $16.60 for an hour divided by 50 cents. I'm not quite sure.
You could buy
honestly.
32
I'm horrible
bricks.
with math. Okay, there you go.
Let the guy have the brick. What is? Okay, he's trying to steal. Like how many extra bricks does he try to steal?
I don't. That's the thing. He doesn't steal bricks.
Like 20
every
bricks.
time. But yeah, it was
So
like
it's
an
like
extra 20
$10.
bricks one day.
Let him have the bricks. Can you do me a favor? Can you just totally not do your job at all and let everyone steal whatever they want because it's not worth that much? Would you do that for me?
Some days I'll probably just do that tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm covering a shift again, and at this point, like, I'm just supposed to like, bro, fire me. 'Cause you know how you get, like, when you start a job and you're at first, you're just like, what can I do for extra work or whatever? What can I do to help? And then like you work there for a few months, and then you're just like, bro, fire me. And that's where I'm at right now. So.
What if one day they just paid you in the bricks? Like you just showed up and they gave you 32 bricks.
I would chuck it. I would literally look at them, drive straight, and probably chuck it at them or something.
That's the thing, like, dude. These people that you're trying to like stop, these brick thieves. I would be terrified if I were trying to stop a brick thief. He's armed with a brick.
That's true.
Hey, what your name was? Iceland?
Aislinn.
Thank you so much for calling, Aislinn. I hope you enjoy the rest of Cars.
Yeah, bye.
Have a good night.
Call from
Frisk.
Frisk?
Is this real?
This is real.
Sorry, I put you on my big screen because I was very excited I caught you tonight.
How you doing, Fritz?
Doing the best I can today, honestly. Had a kind of stressful day, but, vibing.
Why was it stressful?
I don't know, just kind of a lot of money stress coming up. New job. Just kind of shitty day. First shitty day at the new job, so.
Have you ever tried? Do you have any any money?
I have enough to make my rent payment tomorrow.
Have you tried? I don't know why more people don't do this. I feel like if you could get like a copy machine or something and like just copy the money that you already have.
I mean, honestly, I have thought about that. I work in IT, so I got access to a lot of fucking printers. So like I could set up a whole operation if I really wanted to.
You should do that. That's all you really need to get rich is $1 and a copy machine, because then you just copy that dollar 1,000,000 times and you're a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I can't argue with that.
How much? How much is the? Do you have enough to afford a copy machine? And you need a lot of ink. That's the problem. You need a lot of ink. So there are some startup costs to this.
Yeah, I could try to do like a small business loan and say like completely reputable business, and then just buy a shit ton of printers maybe. And like once I get started, you know. I don't know. Maybe my credit's not good enough, but
you can you print credit?
I mean, fucking wish. I'll tell
I
you
have
what.
a question for you.
Yeah.
Wait, you were gonna tell me something?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
Will it work?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I wish I did. I'd I'm gonna say the line. I hope it would, but like I'm honestly like I don't know.
When you say you wish, do you hope it works, or do you wish you knew whether or not it would, so that you could do whatever you will do with that information?
Honestly, I just wish I knew. Because like if I know like what I'm doing and like where I'm going in life is going to end up being okay. Like I know I made at least one right decision somewhere down the line. That it makes me feel good, and I'd like try to share that with as many people as I could. I guess if I knew everyone else's, well, it works.
Well, see, that doesn't work, right? Because if you knew for a fact everything was going to be okay, then you wouldn't do the things that you need to do to make it so that it ends up okay, because you would psychologically no longer be stressed out enough to do them.
Yeah, no, yeah, that is true. That's the whole. I know that's fucking. I think about that a lot. Like if you knew, knowing the outcome changes the outcome, kind of deal.
Right. Now, what if you knew that you would fuck up and fail? What would you do?
I mean, I've had a lot of shit happen in my life. Not a lot of shit. I made some mistakes. I always say, like, if I had to go back and change them, I probably wouldn't, because I'm who I am today because of those mistakes. There's things that I've done that I've been like, wow, I don't want to fucking ever do that again. Now I know not to do that thing, you know? But, like, I don't know. Everything you do, like, is a part of who you are. Mistakes and all, the good, the bad, you take it. You're talking about different facets of yourself. They all come together. Like,
I agree.
All that stuff.
I agree. It's good to embrace your mistakes. They're part of who you are. That's why I don't have any regrets, to be honest. Because, well, no, seriously, because every decision that I've made, even if it was a bad one, it was based on how I felt at the time. So I don't regret it. You know, I can't go back and change how I feel, and I didn't have access to the information that I have access now, so I don't really blame myself.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I try to live that same way as well. I mean, I do. I'm not nearly as strong as the Geck, so I have some regrets in there, but like I try to live it the best I can.
No, dude, I could be lying to you right now. I could be weak as hell. I could have lots and lots of regrets. I could be, extremely mentally unhealthy right now. You'd have no idea.
I mean, you're right. I could count on two hands the amount of times I've caught you live, so you're right.
You could be putting on an act to me as well.
Yeah, you're right. I could be. I ain't, but I could be.
Well, Fritz, it was a pleasure getting to talk to you. I'm so glad that you called in.
Yeah, no, I'm real excited. I was waiting. I'm like, I gotta try at least one more time before I get to bed. I'm like, I'm so happy I got through. I appreciate the conversation.
Be honest with me. Was this worth? Did you get? And I like you, Fritz. So I want to make sure before we go. Do you feel as though you got what you wanted out of this?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like nice to kind of get the, I guess I call it word vomit. The word vomit out there, what you're feeling, what you're thinking.
Yes.
So it's good to have some kind of sounding board to go against, and I have all the chat fucking saying things too. So
beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Fritz. You have a good rest of the night.
Oh, thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. You too, Geck.
Fritz the Cat was a movie.
Call from
Kyle.
to accept.
Kyle?
Hello?
Hi.
Oh my god, I didn't think I would actually be on your stream tonight.
Are you
man.
riding
How are
a
you?
motorcycle right now?
No, I'm driving. I just went to Popeyes with my friend.
What year were you born, Kyle?
I was born in 95. What year were you born?
What did you get at Popeyes?
Personally, I just got the strawberry cheesecake, the new one, and a large sweet tea light ice. Just feeling a little something sweet tonight.
Really, why are you feeling sweet?
You know, I don't know, man. I just woke up this morning and thought it would be a good day. And to end the night, just thought a strawberry cheesecake would, do the job.
Do you typically think out your decisions a lot beforehand, or do you like to make them on a whim?
Definitely just on a whim. Like, I have ADHD and I take meds. Well, I don't take the meds anymore because they make me feel like a zombie. So since I'm off them, it's just, just on a whim.
And how has that served you? Does that typically work out well for you?
Honestly, probably not.
Really, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me, tell me about the last time you made a decision on a whim that did not work out for you.
So I ended up buying a new car, like a brand new car, after looking at a YouTube video. And the next day I went and bought it, and I spent $42,000, and I had it for 2.5 months, realizing I couldn't afford the payment, so I had to get rid of it. And I was like, yep, that was definitely a bad decision.
Did you get back the money that you spent on the car?
Actually, I made $3,000 off the car, so it's not really a bad decision in that sense, because I had a friend help me do some modifications to the car, but it was all free because it was his old parts, and I ended up making $3,000 off of it.
All right, so you made money. So it worked. So you made money, and you got to drive the car for 2 months.
Yeah, I guess.
So it did work out for you.
Put it that way. Yeah, if you put it that way, it definitely worked out.
You should totally put it that way. I mean, I would not recommend buying a $42,000 car that you can't afford, but
yeah,
it worked. It worked out for you.
Lesson. Yeah, 100%.
I don't. So it sounds to me like you've got a good track record so far. It sounds to me like this method is good for you. It has served you.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point you have there, Gecko.
Well, continue to make these off the wall, on the fly decisions and see if they work out.
But could you repeat that? You were cutting out a little bit there.
What did you say your name was?
Kyle.
Kyle,
Sorry,
I hope that you enjoy your desserts. You're nervous?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. I've been watching you on TikTok for the longest time. It's just like, this is surreal right now.
Is this the first time you called into the stream?
I've been calling you for the last hour, and that little lady that says state your name has come up like 6 times. So we thought we were going to get connected.
Do you think that that lady is little? Or inherently, do you think she's a small lady?
Yeah. I think it's, the little voice that you get in your head, she's a perfect auditory representation of that.
I actually think she's huge.
Whoa. Why do you think that?
I think she's like 600 pounds and like 12 feet tall. I think she's a giant woman.
that's a lot to take in.
Hey, have a good rest of the night, Kyle.
You too, Therapy Gecko. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Devin.
Devin?
Hi.
Have we talked before, Devin?
Yeah, but not since April. I mean, I was on Geck Date. I'm not Devin.
Oh, Devin, we've talked a bunch of times.
I mean, once on your show in April. Well, I guess twice, and then Geck Date.
We talked before April. You had the Minotaur thing.
That was in April.
That was in April?
Was that in April? Was that in March? I don't know. Yeah, that had to have been April because I was in school. I started in April.
Devin.
I just felt like calling
Well,
in.
Devin, we'll make it quick here, Devin.
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel bad because all the return call. Because if you're a return caller, it means that you're a fan of the stream. It means you've been watching for a while, which I appreciate. And I want to keep those people happy. But on the same coin, I always prefer to talk to new people.
Oh, you're chilling. No, I know. I didn't expect even to get on. It was just like, I'm avoiding writing my essay right now. So I was like, fuck it, let's call.
Why are you avoiding writing your essay?
Because it's about something I'm passionate about. It's about food insecurity and the LGBT community and how they intersect. But I'm just like not in the mood to write a 5-page essay on intersectionality right now. You know what I mean?
I don't understand. If you're passionate about it, why are you having such a hard time writing it?
I'm tired.
Then go to bed. What time is it? What time? Where? I see, Devin. I already know about you. I know where you live. I mean, not like where you live, but I know the state that you live in. I think.
What do you think? What do you think? Where do you think I live?
Texas, right?
No, I live in California.
Oh.
That was
all right,
Rupa,
so
the
it's
guy
not
you
that
set
late.
me up with. He lives in Texas.
Oh, okay. I confused you with the other guy.
Yeah.
I know who you are, but I know that you do hair and makeup.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I already know everything about you, Devin.
I know. Like I said, I didn't expect to get on.
Go write your essay, Devin. Go write about food scarcity in the LGBTQ community.
Okay. Thanks,
Hey,
Lau.
you know what you should do? Look, if you're having trouble writing it, I mean, can you talk about why don't you like do a little voice memo, do some dictation of your raw thoughts, and then edit that?
You know what? That's actually really smart.
Try that, Devin.
Yeah. No, that's really helpful. Thank you.
Of course, Devin. See, it's funny. I'll talk about this real quick, actually, because it's funny. I used to, before I started streaming, I would edit video. I would record and edit videos offline. But this is almost like my version of that, where I rant and just talk off the cuff or whatever, and then I go and I edit it into its own video, and then I put that on fucking TikTok or whatever, and that feels like I'm taking my long rant and editing it down into the whatever, and that worked for me better than to just sit down and write the concise thoughts. You know what?
That's so fucking smart, because I'm the same way. I feel like I have so much to say, but just no way to put it in words. So I feel like if I just talk it out and ramble, I could easily dissect it. That's actually really smart.
Exactly. You talk it out, you ramble, and you edit it. Then you edit it for the real points.
Why did I never think of that? You're so smart.
Thank you, Devin. You're a genius too. Go save the go do the thing, Devin. Go do the thing.
I'll go
I believe
do
in
the
you.
thing. Thanks, Lyle. Have a
Take care, Devin.
great night.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Call from
Amber.
Amber.
Hello.
Amber.
Hi. Long-time
How are
listener,
you?
first-time caller.
Oh, so great to hear from you, Amber. How are you? How long have you been listening for?
That was actually a complete lie. This is the first stream I've ever watched. My boyfriend introduced me to you yesterday, and it's been fantastic.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know what? I'm so happy that you told the truth.
Yes, I'm sorry that I lied, but I've always wanted to say that, and it felt right. It felt natural, so I let it slip out.
Why have you always wanted to say that?
I don't know. My boss said it once, and I thought it was really funny.
So and speaking of this, my coworker and friend is watching. His name is Warren, so I just want to say hi, Warren.
I just farted. Under what context did he say long-time listener, first-time caller?
It was like a WebEx meeting that we were getting into, and he just said it, and it was funny, so I've always wanted to use it. So not only did I lie, but I stole material.
You didn't. Okay. Well, you used it in the context that felt appropriate because this is a call-in show, and it would make sense if you called in and said long-line listener, first-time caller. But your boss saying it in a Zoom meeting doesn't seem. I mean, I guess that could be funny if because I guess you're calling into a Zoom meeting.
Right. I mean, it made me laugh, but lots of things make me laugh.
Humor is subjective.
I like to laugh.
How you doing, Amber? Tell me everything. Tell me nothing.
I'm doing all right. I mean, I've had a headache all day, but I mean, there's worse things in the world, So I have a roof over my head. I have food in my
the world than having a headache.
The Holocaust, getting pregnant, an STD, being addicted to drugs, being homeless. Boom.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Amber, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Will it work?
Here's the thing. I'm going to just say yes. Because will it work? Yes, something will work. What will work is subjective. It might not be what you want, but it will work eventually. You know what I mean?
Some STDs are not as bad as having a headache. Like chlamydia. I would rather have chlamydia than a headache.
Absolutely not. Hard pass, my friend.
You take a pill and it's done.
Same with a headache, right?
Well, you would hope. I mean, Advil's not as effective. What if it's a really bad headache?
They have injections that you can get to relieve headaches for multiple months. I think it's like a Botox thing, but it doesn't make your lips look good. Depends on who you are. I mean, I used to have I have an autoimmune disease, and I used to have to give myself injections in the stomach every 2 weeks. Didn't hurt at all. Wasn't bad. Again, subjective.
That was the first confident answer, by the way. That yes, you said yes, it will work. A lot of people say they hope. A lot of people, and I don't know how long you've been listening. I don't know if it's Amber. I mean, I don't trust you at all anymore. You seem like I mean, that's not a lie. I trust you a little bit. You could have, for all I know, hopped. This could be you could have spent 15 minutes total in the stream, but over the course of the evening, a lot of people have been saying that they hope it works. But you didn't even say that. You just said, yes, it will work.
Hope doesn't give you any results. And I used to be a very pessimistic person. But, in the last couple of years, my boyfriend has proved to me that things work out. Whether it's what you planned or not planned, things work out in the end. You got to see it through. So,
what has your boyfriend done to, you say, prove this to you?
Well, I mean, I guess he hasn't proved anything, but he always tells me when I'm going through something hard, he's like, it's going to work out in the end. You're just not at the end yet. And he's been right every time,
So he's flipped
every bad thing that's happened to me, I look back and every bad thing, every bad situation that's happened to me, it's over and done with now. And I've moved on. Will there be bad things in the future? Probably. But you know what? You just got to keep going because, yes, it will work.
That's like the only, that's something you could only realize after time, experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Having lived through it.
Absolutely. I agree.
Do you feel experienced in life?
Not yet, I've got a lot to go. I've got a lot to learn. I'm only 28 years young, so lots more to learn,
Amber, I gotta say, you are a total team player.
I won't disagree with you. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm big on team playing.
You're a total team
Although
player.
I do hate sports.
You've gone every direction I've asked you to go, and you've not questioned it once. And that's the best thing I could possibly ask for from anyone calling into the stream.
This is your show. I'm not going to ask you questions. I mean, that's not my job.
I love it. Amber, what do you think you can do to make it work?
keep a positive attitude and try to be more truthful in the future. I don't want to lie to people like I just lied to you at the beginning. That was an awful way to start this friendship. So yeah, just keep being true to myself and try to tell the truth as much as possible.
What was the last big lie before the one that you told? I mean, there was a little bit of a white lie. What was the last big lie you told?
I'm not big on big lies. I'm really not. White lies like, hey, do these jeans look good on me? Yeah, of course I do. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, I'm not big on big lies. I mean, ask anybody that knows me very well, and honesty is a huge thing for me. I'm a very open person. I don't like lies.
You said that you will lie in order to save someone's feelings, though.
In certain aspects, yes. I don't want to make somebody feel lesser of a person for little tiny things that don't matter in the end. What you look like doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
But so, okay, maybe I'm thinking this because I am a whatever, but if a friend asks you if they look fat in a dress or whatever, is it better for you to lie and say that they don't, or is it better for you to say it doesn't matter what you look like as a response to that question?
It depends on the friend, and I know where my friends are mentally. If they're able to take the hit and they're like, hey, does this dress look good on me? I'll be like, you know what? I don't think that dress was made for you. There's other dresses that would look way more bomb on you. Let's find that dress. But, if I know they're down in the dumps and they're not feeling themselves, I'm going to be like, girl, you look good on anything you wear. So it doesn't matter what you wear. You put it on and you own it. You have that confidence.
Really?
Boom.
But you'll say that and not truly believe it.
No. Oh, see, now you put me in a corner. Come on, Gecko.
I'm not trying to put you in a corner. I'm just asking if you'll say it without truly believing it.
Well, no, because I do truly believe that. I do believe that if you have the confidence, that you could rock anything. If you're talking about clothes and wearing them.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Because for you to say you look good in anything, you might not truly believe it. But for you to have this general idea that anyone can look good in anything as long as they have the confidence to pull it off. That could be a truthful idea. And then exactly what you would say to her is you can look good at anything if you don't have the confidence to it. So I wouldn't consider that a lie. I would consider a truth. A great message as well.
Okay, then we agree.
Well, Amber, is there anything else that you wanted out of this? I feel like, you called in. You've definitely provided me a lot of value in your fast-paced answering style. You seem like you know what you want out of life. Is there anything I can do for you?
You've done it. I mean, I'm excited that I got to call in on my first stream that I've watched, and you answered. That's amazing. I feel very lucky. I don't want to take up too much of your time. There's other people that have been watching you probably for way longer and probably want to get on the phone with you. So thank you so much.
Of course.
What you do is great. I mean, I go to therapy with a human, but I think therapy with a gecko is equally as great. I love it.
Thank you, Amber. I appreciate that very much. Hope to see you in future streams. Talk to you soon.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Good night. See, that was 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I didn't even feel like it.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night.